to the whole DOJ Apple antitrust case. Um, Now, there's been a lot of antitrust cases, the whole monopoly bullshit there. Apple has really gone beyond the whole antitrust thing here. Um, I don't know why companies would do that. I mean, if there was any smart person in big tech or the auto industry or some industry, that you would need a fair competition. Fair, because when you realize that, like what happened with Microsoft in the late 90s, man. Microsoft had a monopoly on certain parts of the whole industry. Like really just cutting off certain companies' access to Windows, right? The browser. Internet Explorer was this browser that was used in the 90s that really kind of went in decline later on in the mid 2010s. That's when Microsoft came out with Edge. Microsoft Edge. The whole new browser they got, it's secure, but how much secure is it? Who knows? Now, I've always felt that, if Apple wanted to do some good, also understanding that they want to protect their ecosystem. Also, too. But also, I understand where the DOJ is coming from, too, because when you're running a company where you're trying to really fuck with any competitor, who wants to put their app in your app store, but you're charging 33%, and which is like, you don't see that from Google. $25 here, you put an app on the app store. It's like, you don't see Google doing that, do we? No, because you don't hear about it. You don't hear about it. But Google has gotten into trouble with Congress over those years and shit. But only issue that we have is these companies just really fucking up in different areas, like, read your emails, all that bullshit, read your texts, all that, it's one of the main things, you want a good secure browser, you want a good VPN, you want a good, basically a best ever that can be used is a good, secure browser, a good, secure messaging service, a great, secure email service, And, but when you're a company like Apple, a $1 trillion company, and you're trying to railroad your competitor who wants to put an app on the App Store, who wants an even playing field, because Google, hey, they'll let you put your stuff on the App Store, And I think in some senses that you gotta understand that you're trying to fuck over, right? You're trying to fuck over your competition. If you want to be competitive, you gotta understand the laws, man. Can't be you can't be doing stupid shit, You can't be doing any stupid shit, I mean, it's just that when you realize you will have some people working for you that are that want to further the company's dominance in certain areas in big tech or auto or big pharma or whatnot, because it's about greed. It's about greed. It's about just that, the whole idea of screwing over the competition in that way, it's going to put you in the crosshairs of the Department of Justice, but also the SEC and the FTC, and that ain't good. That ain't good. That's not good for any company, Not good at all. I think when you want to take a big step back and realize, wow, this is what we're doing. This is what we're doing to our consumers, our customers. Is this what we're doing? There's so much to widespread look in a bigger picture with a broader brush. I mean, I can understand you wanting to do what's best for the company, but also you can understand you got consumers that are buying your product, right? That's buying your product, and you want to make sure that you want to keep the ecosystem fair and balanced. Because we don't see Microsoft doing the same thing, creating the same product, I mean, you hardly ever see what Google's doing, what they're doing, Only thing you see is what Apple's doing, They got new phones coming out, they got this Oculus thing for the whole eye thing, I mean, I'm using my phone right now. Yeah, I'm using my iPhone SE 2022 3rd gen, which is a they call it the budget. They call it the budget phone. Budget, BUDGET, budget phone. And the term budget means, you pay on a budget. You're on a budget, And the phone here is like $430, And is that a budget? Probably not. That's almost $500 there, Um, the phone, it's a iPhone 8 with the iOS. What was it? iPhone? Was it? It's the. iPhone 8 body with the iPhone. Was it? When I got it, they did the whole. Was it iOS 15? Was it 13 or 14? Whatever it is that. What was it? 2022 when they did the whole. Right now it has iOS 17.4.1. Okay, now by the end of the year, it'd be what iOS 18 further updates. Allegedly, it's I mean, here's what pissed me off about Apple. Okay, now a lot of people out there that are creating custom ROMs. Okay, custom ROMs, and they're doing it because the only phone they're using it with is the Google Pixel phone. And my phone here, I got here. This is my Google Pixel 3 or 3A with the Calyx OS on it. Now, it's open source, which is pretty much better, open source. And you wonder about, okay, why is Apple sticking to their shit the way they got it, all closed off, when Google has Android, which is open source, right? Open source. Well, open source will give a creator, so someone that wants to be a creator, to create a custom ROM, like a custom Android-based operating system that is pretty good, a few years ago, about right around 2011, 2012-ish, I bought a black phone, which was the idea of Silent Circle and Geeks phone. It was a 5-year process, collaboration. 5 countries got involved in this project. And Sweden and Norway was one of the 2 countries that got involved. And the black phone came out later, a year later. I got mine from eBay. I paid like $94 or $95, and it was pretty cool. It was de-Googled. First, the Google phone I ever had was the black phone, the first black phone. And it ran on 4G LTE. Now, I have the black phone too, which is that I couldn't use it because it's only used for out of the country. Out of the country. I think that it's really, I like the phone, but so you need a competitive market. You need a very competitive smartphone market, and be on the same playing field. Apple, Google, and Microsoft. Microsoft should still be in it. Just kind of learn from as a company. When you see a product not doing well, you go back to the drawing board and learn from those mistakes. I have a Alcatel Fierce XL with Windows 10. Now it was over 10 years ago. And now Microsoft could do it again if they learn from their mistakes. There's nothing wrong learning from your mistakes, going back and figure out what went wrong. Now BlackBerry, they can come back, and instead of using the Android, they could use the BlackBerry 10, pick that up again, but create a different OS and make it open source. Make the BlackBerry open source, where you could take the influence from the Pixel phone and pick up from that, where you could allow any custom ROM on the BlackBerry. Which BlackBerry is one of the best phones out there, one of the best. And I own about 3 or 4. And because, I can still use the phone, but can't use the App Store because it's no longer carried anymore. But the whole DOJ versus Apple case, that's huge, just as maybe even bigger than the case against Microsoft. Instead of the whole browser bullshit, now it's the whole iMessage, the App Store bullshit, charging app companies 33% on the dollar, and really got to a point where that Apple isn't really thinking, Look, the iPhone's pretty good. They create a good... Apple creates a good product. And they have a really good ecosystem. But here's the thing. Apple needs to stop lying to the public. Okay? Stop lying to the public. Okay? Period. If you're going to say the iPhone will protect your privacy, back it up. Don't lie to the public. Do not lie to your consumers just to make a fucking dollar, man. Apple has been lying big time. Okay? If Steve Jobs was alive today and he wanted to create the most secure phone for the consumer and the customers, he would fucking do it. He was that stubborn. If you wanted some things done like that, he would fucking do it. Tim Cook took it over like, let's fuck up some things, shall we? If Tim Cook believes that the Fourth Amendment so harshly he says, prove it. Back. Don't talk the talk, walk the walk. Stop lying to your consumers. Stop overcharging app creators who wants to use the App Store. Drop the 33% bullshit. Because right now, Apple, you guys are fucking up bad, man. Look, don't get me wrong here. You guys create a good product and have a really good ecosystem, but the thing is, you're screwing people over, and you're basically knowingly you're screwing people over. Consumers, competitors, dude, you're like $1 billion Facebook. You're fucking people over, man. You know, you create a product, but the thing is, what's the one thing we're all tired of? And you know this. Tired of having corporate assholes and cock jockeys looking over our fucking shoulder through our devices, man. Our emails, our texts, our browsing history. Thing is, do we see Google doing that? Google has been known to read your emails. We all know that. We all know that Google Chrome's not legit. But at least they admit of screwing their consumers over and smile about it. But at least the Android OS is open source, where it gives the consumer, the customer, who is tech savvy, by the way, able to create a operating system and put it on the device they're using. The Pixel phone, for instance, advanced phone Google has ever created. The Google Pixel phone, where you can install a custom ROM. That means graphene, calyx, lineage, Linux. Because they want to create a ecosystem, an atmosphere where the consumer can feel safe and protected and not have to deal with Google's bullshit. And Google's allowing this. That we know of. Because like Apple, Google has closed off some certain apps, some certain part there, And the thing is, look, you got some underground guys that create really good custom ROM, the best operating system, Why? To de-Google their phone. To de-Google themselves, right? What I did in November of 2023, I picked up a Google Pixel 3 or 3A with the Calyx OS. Never looked back. Never ever looked back. Never ever fucking looked back. Never ever. But the whole Apple thing, look, again, Apple creates some pretty good products, man. They have good ideas, and they create products so good. They are good, but the thing is, when can Tim Cook remove his face from Biden's balls? Right? I get asked this every once in a while. Very rarely. what are my thoughts on this? What are my thoughts on that? I'll be honest. I'll be honest. You know, I believe in privacy. I believe in, the old saying, mind your own fucking business. No problem, I'll do that. That bullshit, But lately, for a long fucking time, we have people who have stuck their faces in the smartphone and not really understanding that they're giving their information to corporations, and not really fucking realizing it. Apple is doing it. They're collecting your shit through your device. Now, your phone, your iPhone, without you realizing it, without you even realizing it, collects your keylog stroke, sends that information to Apple's data bank, their servers and shit. It makes calls, right? It sends your keylog information to Apple servers. That's why I haven't used my phone since last year. I'll also use it when I have to or when I need to. But I know that I'm going to be very edgy, keep my guard up, I'm going to use some apps that would protect my browser history, be the tunnel, use the Orbot VPN, keep things legit, private, Use certain apps that I have because I trust them more than I do these tech companies, But I'm not ready yet to use my iPhone as a daily driver just yet. That's only when I need to or need to. Not when I have to, is when I need to. Because I've been happy with my Calyx OS operating system on my phone. It's more secure than Apple's bullshit. Yeah. All right, folks. In the comments section, tell me what your thoughts on the whole Apple DOJ antitrust case. All right. This is good old Reverend Ordo from Client Ordo. And this has been the anonymous Mando'Ade Network. If you're new to this channel, please leave a like, subscribe, comment below, hit the bell for notification. Always live healthy, happy, wise. I love you guys, and I'll see you all in the next video. Until then, peace out. Godspeed.